Almost everybody, it doesn't matter where you're from, almost everybody has a reindeer story.
Reindeer have been part of Alaska's history since the late 1800s. There is a tremendous demand for reindeer meat and byproducts. The industry has great potential. However, processing issues, predators, and logistics create challenges. Reindeer herders across the state of Alaska work to build an industry that provides job and food security year-round.
So my name is Bonnie Scheele, and my parents are Lawrence, Bruce, and Ann Davis, and my grandparents are Lawrence and Mary Ann Davis, and I have grown up here in Nome, Alaska. I am a BSNC shareholder, and I am a reindeer herder. This is what I've always wanted to do since I was like 9 years old.
In 1892, domestic reindeer were brought from northeastern Siberia to western Alaska. The first deer arrived on the north shore of Port Clarence. Shortly after, European reindeer herders came over to teach reindeer husbandry to Alaskan Native apprentices. This teaching and training program transformed the lives and culture of many Alaskans. Between 1892 and 1902, more than 1,200 deer arrived at Port Clarence. Herds were established at Inupiat communities throughout the region. Many people know the story of Sinrock Mary, once the richest indigenous woman in Alaskan history. After her first husband, Charlie Antisarlook's death, Mary inherited his herd of 272 reindeer. She was often called Sinrock Mary because she lived in the Sinrock settlement near Cape Nome. At its peak, Sinrock Mary's herd totaled over 1,500 animals, and she was given a new nickname, the Reindeer Queen of Alaska. To this day, many can trace their heritage to an ancestor who was a reindeer herder or know about the history. In 1967, Lawrence Davis snow machined from Nome to Cape Espenberg. When he returned, he brought with him 200 reindeer, a herd that would eventually swell to 10,000 in the 1990s.
There are 22 ranges around on the Seward Peninsula today, and there are 5 active herders. And our family has been able to maintain our herd since the 1960s. We would want to provide meat for the Seward Peninsula first, and then to Alaska, and then to the lower 48 after that. It is extremely essential to have that food source locally available year-round. And besides the fact that it lifts the economy, because there's so many aspects to reindeer herding that you can provide jobs in a lot of different capacities. We participate with the High Latitude Range Management Program out of the Northwest Campus here in Nome. But it takes all of reindeer science, and we learn how to determine the health of the reindeer. We learned sustainable numbers and carrying capacity of the range so that it makes it most optimal for the range so that we can live in harmony with the land, which is a huge aspect of being Alaska Native.
The Reindeer Youth Summit was established in 2016. Each year, youth and elders share meals, while elders pass along their knowledge and the youth their excitement about reindeer herding.
We do pretty much a mini high latitude range management course for the youth so that they can feel inspired to be part of reindeer as a culture and to keep it going as a legacy. We have youth that come from all over the Bering Straits for these youth summits that they have grown up with it, but they just haven't been such an active part of it. And participating in this rekindles all of that for them to get involved with their families on their respective ranges to keep it going.
So we have to get the young people involved again. So it takes a while, and this is part of our outreach, is to let you guys know reindeer herders are still here.
One of the big benefits of reindeer herding is it's so close to Inupiat lifestyle, being seasonal. And for me, that was a really big calling. We round up the deer ideally 2 times a year for health checkups and for ear tagging and ear notches. When you're sitting out on the range and you're smelling all the tundra and you're doing this work that is really, really hard, but you just feel this soul-satisfying fulfillment, and your kids are participating with you in reindeer herding, and they're so inspired and feel the need to carry on reindeer herding as a whole, you know you're doing something right. You're being included in something right, something positive.